Thank you all for coming here. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Joe Cardamone. Unless you're Italian, then I'm Cardamone. I'm here representing the Board of Directors of the Twin Cities Medical Society Foundation. It's my pleasure to do that. That organization has the unique honor of selecting and presenting the Charles Bolles Bolles-Rogers Award. My kids like that name a lot. The award, which in fact is a bowl, is named after Mr. Charles Bolles Bolles-Rogers, who is described in his obituary and in articles about him as a, quote, aristocratic gentleman, end quote, who lived in the Minneapolis area for 37 years and was especially interested in the health and hospital needs of the city. He came here about 1930. He joined the Van Dusen grain firm. That was subsequently bought by another larger group, the Peabody Group. Along the way, he married into the Van Dusen family. I bring that out because his home was termed the Van Dusen Mansion. It was at 1914 LaSalle, or the corner of LaSalle and Franklin. Interestingly, when he sold the home in 1930 odd, he sold it for a galloping $37,000. He sold it to an organization which turned it over to something called the War Memorial Blood Bank. It was the original blood bank down there before it moved down to the Sinai area. I think it's particularly interesting that I had dealings with the institution, or at least with the building. It became an event venue, and we hosted a wedding reception for one of my sons at that venue at the Van Dusen Manor. Prior to his death at 91, Mr. Bolles Bolles-Rogers, first of all, changed his name to Bolles Bolles-Rogers. It used to be just Bolles-Rogers. He put money aside after having been on the St. Barnabas Hospital Board of Trustees and being the president of that board for many years. He wanted to endow an award for a physician, an outstanding physician, who would be recommended by his peers for achievement or leadership in medicine, contributions to clinical care, teaching, and or research. Those are the criteria that we still generally use in making our choice. Daniel J. Weisdorf here to my left received his medical degree from Chicago Medical School. He completed an internship and residency in internal medicine at Michael Reese Hospital, followed by a fellowship in Hematology Oncology at the University of Minnesota. He came here in 1978, overlapping me by a year, so that I was his mentor as he was a fellow and I was junior staff. We've known each other a long time, and it's been a wonderful relationship over the years. He subsequently joined the faculty of the university in 1980, working his way through the ranks and ultimately becoming a professor with tenure in the Department of Medicine, and served in many interesting and important roles in the institution. Chief of the Division of Hematology, Oncology, and Transplantation. Under his leadership, those specialties of oncology, hematology, and transplantation were combined into one division, which currently is still unique in the country, that it's the division of those three disciplines. He serves as the Director of Clinical and Translational Research Services. In addition, he's served as the Director of the Adult Blood and Bone Marrow Transplant Program, the Medical Director of the Bone Marrow Transplant Clinic at the University, and Program Leader for the Transplant Biology and Therapy Program at Masonic Cancer Center. Dan is described as a brilliant researcher and mentor. He's published over 700 manuscripts. We all got tired trying to look through his bibliography. He's authored 24 book chapters, all on the topic of translational research on stem cell transplantation. The with a focus on graft versus host disease, where he's considered a world expert. Committed to sharing his expertise in advancing the field, Dr. Weisdorf is passionate about mentoring and career development of faculty and young physicians, passing along his high standards and scientific integrity for clinical research. He's also an esteemed clinician, described as being warm, approachable, and his patients all love him. Well, maybe not all. His expertise is often sought by patients and referring physicians locally and worldwide to seek his management insights for hematologic malignancies. I'm one of those physicians who have shared the care of patients with Dan over these many years. I've gone back and forth, but I send them in when they're bad, and he sends them back when he thinks I can take care of them. Dan's leadership has been celebrated and respected with honors such as the Lifetime Achievement Award from the American Society of Blood and Bone Marrow Transplantation, where he also served as its president, and as leader in the National Marrow Donor Program and for the Center for International Blood and Marrow Transplant Research. My colleague wrote, Dan is one of the most talented physicians I know, and his steadfast efforts have touched thousands of lives, made quality of life survival from cancer better, and internationally impacted on standards of bone marrow transplant practices. Pardon me. The Twin Cities Medical Society Foundation is honored to present the 2020 Charles Bolles Bolles-Rogers Physician of Excellence Award to Daniel J. Weisdorf. On behalf of the Twin Cities Medical Society Foundation, it's certainly my honor to present this award to you, Dan. My God, it is a bowl. Used to be a silver bowl, huh? It's a ceramic the last couple of years.
In our division, probably in our department or even the medical school, somebody who has epitomized over several decades of service and commitment to the University of Minnesota, a commitment to the tripartite mission of excellence in patient care, research, and education. And Dr. Weisdorf is a wonderful example of somebody who has trained physicians who are out treating patients today, who are out treating patients now, based on the training that they had here in the 80s and the 90s. And when you think about that legacy and how it continues on and on from trainee to trainee, and patient to patient, it's really quite a remarkable one. And so we are very proud in the division that he is the winner of the Charles Bolles Bolles-Rogers Award this year. And we're delighted that we can be here to share this moment with you.
Thank you all very much. It's a pleasure to be here and be recognized by our society. We have many wonderful physicians in the Twin Cities, and it's been a pleasure to get to know many of them, including one of my oldest friends here, Dr. Cardamone, who I met right when I came as a first-year fellow. We've shared all kinds of experiences and patients over the years. And then one of my newest friends, Dr. Ryan, who came and relieved me of a series of imaginative challenges that are being part of the University of Minnesota. So I'm pleased to be recognized. I've had a wonderful time practicing in the Twin Cities and being part of the faculty here at the university for all these many years. And it really is nice to be recognized by my community and all my friends. Thank you so much.
Congrats. That's true.